أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Brothers and sisters, welcome us to today's series of our daily reminders as we proceed in the tafsir of Surah Yasin Bismillah, a very beautiful chapter with beautiful verses and lessons. Alhamdulillah. So we're going to proceed from where we left off yesterday, which is verse 40, where Allah is reminding us of all of his signs that evolves around us. Allah wants us not just to, enjoy his sustenance and the mightiness he has bestowed upon us. He wants us to ponder upon each one of them. That is why he has made them obvious for us in our environment so that we can use the sense the organs that Allah gave to us in our brain, our sense of reasoning, to ponder upon them so that we know that He's the one in charge of those. Then, Allah said, La shamsu yanbaghi laha an tudrika al-qamar wa la laylu sabiqu an-nahar wa kullun fi falakin yasbahun. Allah said, the sun wouldn't say, today I want to take the position of the moon. And, the moon wouldn't say tomorrow, son, go take a break. Let me take your position. It can never work. Each one of them is meant for different purpose. The sun is meant to bring us the daylight, is meant to break the day to us, to announce it's a new day. The moon is meant to announce a new month. Just like that. The light that the sun brings different from the one the moon brings to us. And Allah said, that's why a Muslim wouldn't want to miss praying Fajr, because if the sun has break the day to us, then we want to know that Allah is in action. Then it is imperative for us to go back in action to do our own tasbih. I remember we established this yesterday that every single one of them, Allah said, "Wa kullun fi falakin yasbahun." When the sun breaks the day, it is doing its tasbih. When the moon takes position, it's doing his own tasbih. For us too, it is for us to also do our own tasbih, stand up in worship, stand up in prayer. And that is why we can go back to, submitting that Allah is the one who is truly in charge of us. And Allah said, do not expect anything from you to pay back all of this. To come back and say, Subhanallahi, halaqal azwaja kullaha. Glory be to the one who has created all of this for us. Then Allah proceeded, said, وَآيَةٌ لَهُمْ أَنَّا حَمَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ فِي الْفُلْكِ الْمَشْحُونِ. Allahu Akbar. If being we think, that it is for us to do whatever we want, but Allah is the one who has made everything truly easy for us. Allah said, a sign also for you. Remember, Allah is talking about all of these signs. What does He want to gain from it? And we said, it is for us to think about them and know that Allah is the one in charge. For example, if Allah said, the day would forever be the day, there will be no light, there will be no rainfall, there will be no this. All of those we just be living in vanish. We'll be living a life without purpose. Then Allah said, another sign for you is, Anna hamalna zuriyatahum fil fulki mashihun la ilaha illallah. Allah said, we carried, the people that have come before you, generation, your forefathers. Allah said, we carry them, in a ship that is moving, in a laden ship. Allah said, and this is referring back to, the story of Prophet Noah. The sheep here is the one that Allah is talking about. And if you go to Ibn Kathir, all the scholars agree to this fact that, the sheep here are the one that, the sheep of Prophet Noah, alayhi salatu wasalam. And we all know this story. Allah displayed His magnificence. And the questions to ask ourselves, if we go back to the story, is how many years did Allah made him build the ship? Allahu Akbar. And Allah knows the eventuality of the mission He gave to Prophet Noah. Allah knows it's not just going to come back in history, but it's going to be a means of survival for the creations of Allah. Not just human being, not just the jinn, but even the birds, the fish, all other creations. Allahu Akbar. Then Allah told him to pick all of those human creations that you're going to carry in the ship that I've taught you how to build. Allah told him, take them in pairs. La ilaha illallah. And if you go back to what we translated yesterday, when Allah said we created every creation in pairs, we created male, female, human being in pairs, the genes in pairs, the trees, leaves, vegetation, everything, fruits, flowers. Allah said we created them in pairs, insects, we created them in pairs, animals, even the domestic and wild. We created them in pairs so that you can think that we have the power to change and to make. We have the power to break and make. We have the power to revive and give to life. Now I said, think about how do we make ship so much so that it floats on the river and doesn't drown. La ilaha illallah. Allah said, what hold it there? What makes it sail? It is our kun fayakun. It is our might. And think about it. You can never swim in an ocean. Within it, you're going to drown. Allahu Akbar. Allah said, everything I put a limit to it. I put a limit to, how human beings could survive, how a sheep could survive. That's why I also put a limit to how the sun would affect. The sun wouldn't say, I want to walk at night. That is not your mission. The moon wouldn't say, it's daytime. Let me see how it works in the daytime. No, that is not your mission. Stay in your position. Descend, the light. Break the, beginning of new month. And he used that as a means of tasbih for me. Then Allah said, we make this to carry your ancestors. Prophet, no, let us, branch there a little bit. Think about how many years he used to build it. And even people disbelieve that Allah is using that to tell you and us that once you are building a purpose, it's not going to evolve immediately. Give me time so that you can see the message I'm trying to pass to you there. Take that to be a sign. When things surface, ask yourself, what is Allah using this to teach me? What am I trying to pick from this? Then Allah said, think about how the old generations that come before you, all human creation, sailed in that ship that Allah taught Prophet Noah to build. Because Allah knows the plan. Allah knows that I'm going to demolish the people who have disbelief, and the world was going to turn around. Wow, wow. And the scholar even go mild to explain the whole thing that was known to be human creation vanished upon that moment of Prophet Noah. And we know that Prophet Noah was the convener of prophethood, was the foremost of the messengers. And because of Allah's mercy, He revived new human creation, to now continue His worship. Because وَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ كُلَّ يَوْمٍ هُوَ فِي شَأْنٍ. Every single day, Allah is in mission. He never stops. Allah is working. Then Allah said, because I want my mission to continue, then I created a new version after I have demolished those who have disbelieved. And this is a message for you and us to pick there. Allah is referring us back in the Quran. Allah said, if you think your worship benefits me, if you think whatever you do that I've made easy for you to do, you want to be buoyant or arrogant, that there is no one like you. Allah said, I'm going to take you away and bring back new people, new generations, new people that worship me the way I want. And they will not be among those that will be arrogant. They will not be like you. They will not be among you. If you think whatever you spend in the cause of Allah is too much, if you think whatever you spend, you are spending it out of reluctancy. And I said, don't worry about it. Just hold on to it. I'm going to take it from you, not just take away your wealth, but I will bring people who will spend very generously to my own cause. And they will not be among those that will show off that, we were the one that gave them so thousands of dollars to do this. We gave them this plot of land. We did. They will not be among those that will give, and they will be fahar. They will be the one who are saying pompous. Allah said in the Quran, Allah said in Allah, you bil muhtarun fahur. Those who spend and they are arrogant about whatever they do or whatever they spend, they're arrogant. Allah said, don't think I cannot make another creation. They will be better than you. And Allah prevailed this. He practicalized this for us in the story of our forefathers, Prophet Noah. Allah said, we the ones that we want to save, la ilaha illallah, we tell them, we make them follow the guidance. We give them the light to see that this is what, even some at last minute that they do not believe in Prophet Noah because they see, there's not going to be survivor. This man that is telling us this all this year, they went, Allah made them go through the ship, you know. And this is to tell us that if Allah wants to guide people last minute, He's going to bring them to His own sheep. What is Allah's sheep here? This is the sheep of Sirat al-Mustaqim. The only sheep that will sail all of us to Allah is the sheep of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which is the sheep of Sirat al-Mustaqim. That's why Allah told Muhammad, go and be their guide and bring them back to me. On what path? On the Sirat, because it is that will connect us back to Allah. That is why Allah said, Asbakallahu wa man ittaba'a minal mu'minin. I would be enough for you, O Rasulullah. And the ones who follow through, who have believed in you, I will be just fine for them. Allah displayed the same thing to Prophet Noah. And that's why Allah is referring Muhammad back to that to see how many generations sailed successfully in that ship that Allah built for them. Allah is referring that back to think, to see how, you can't even imagine how big it is and how many layers it has. Allahu Akbar. Allah He taught Prophet Noah, build them in layers. Some branch for the animals, some for the bird, some for human, some for this, some for food. Allahu Akbar. Allah taught them, he gave him that intuition. That is why people who are constructors or inventors today, it is not by their knowledge. Allah inspired it to them so that we can survive the lessons and the inventions He gave to people that have come before, so that we can not just live in this world, but Allah taught people to use what He has created, the three branches, plant, to build something that will be beneficial for us. That is why what Mr. A knows as a knowledge, Mr. B might not know it. But Allah said, I want you to think so that you can come together. That what I have taught Mr. A, if you bring it on table to what Mr. B has, then you will live a successful life. That's why Allah said, I not created you just in division, but so that you can know one another. And not just know one another, benefit from what each person know, so that you will live a life of unity in diversity, so that you know that what Africa has, it could be beneficial for Europe, so that what Europe has will be beneficial for America. Allah said, all of this, I made them for you as a sign, so that you can bring together the resources and, glorify my mightiness by enjoying everything in commonality. And that is why even today, we know people who doesn't even go to school. They have no, academia or education, but they are people of wisdom. Allah inspired them of knowledge. And when people ask them, where do you learn this from? They say, maybe someone taught me in my dream, or I just know it. And that's why that is what brought about talent. Allah want people to be able to, administer His mightiness. He inspired Prophet Noah to build a ship. He doesn't go to school. He inspires Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to read and write. He doesn't go to school. And Prophet Dawood, Prophet Sulaiman, Prophet Musa, Allah said, we gave all of these people wisdom. We inspire them. And even we pick another lesson from Prophet Adir. When Prophet Musa alayhi salam, Allah sent him to Prophet Adir to learn from him, even though his story doesn't come to light up until that moment. Allahu Akbar. But Allah said, we send him min ibadina. Allah said, we send him to our servant who is of wisdom. So that Prophet Musa, as much as Allah said, Musa is wajiha. Allah said, I chose Musa. I love Musa. I take care of Musa since he was an infant. I take care of him. Allah said, I love him. I honored him. I gave him muluk. Allahu Akbar. But even with that, how much authority Allah gave Musa? Allah said, go back to Adir and learn from him. La ilaha illallah. This is for us to know that what Allah gives Mr. A, He doesn't give Mr. B. What He gives Mr. B, He doesn't give Mr. A. But He wants everyone to bring it to table and enjoy His power, enjoy His sustenance. This is for us to fall back on, to see how, look at the sheep today. And the next verse even say, well, Qamar. And the next verse said, وَهَلَكْنَا لَهُم مِّن مِثْلِهِ Ma yarkabun. We created such of the like of the sheep. It's not the same sheep that Prophet Noah, such of that cannot come to life because only Allah inspired that, which is Prophet. But Allah said, we created min mislihi ma yarkabun. We created the like of sheep. Look at the world today. So much so that a sheep could even sail an aircraft. A sheep could sail a car. La ilaha illallah. Think about how strong a car is when it's driving on the road. Then Allah even created something to carry it. Allahu Akbar. If there is an aircraft full of cargo, the ship will sail it and it's not going to drown. Allahu Akbar Kabira. Allahu Akbar. Who else could do all of but human being because we are of very medical knowledge, very inferior. We just think, it's a normal life, it's something we should enjoy. Ask yourself, who created this? Who made it easy to sail? Not just a sailor that is trained by the US Navy or whatever. No. Allah, bring, lowers the wing of those, oceans and the rivers to submit to what human being want. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. And I said, you think of, the animals in the world today, the birds, the fish that you eat, the chicken. And I said, if we leave these people to you, you cannot fight them. You don't have the power over them. But we made them submit to you because why? Walakot karamna bani Adam. Because we have honored human being. We love human creation. And the only goal we created you is for them to worship us. But some of them are fools. They see all of this to just be part of human life. They take it for granted. Fahum la yashkurun. They do not thank us. They just want to enjoy. And let us put it in scale of measure. If you, as a boss, you employ someone, you told him to do a job for you, he did not do it, would he come to you to ask for his wages or salary? This is the same thing that would happen to disbelievers. They enjoy the sustenance of Allah. They enjoy creations of Allah. They enjoy His mercy, but they do not give back, in return. They do not give back the worship and His true glorification in return. And Allah said, we're going to punish them in this world and we're going to punish them in the hereafter. May Allah take us out of these people. Then Allah proceeded, after we have created the likes of sheep, we even created for you, donkeys and stuff that we ride on today. Today, everyone has different kind of brand. I'm going to drive Toyota tomorrow. Maybe, next year I already have a plan for Nissan 2024. And I'm going to drive Lamborghini. We just think, oh, they like. Ask yourself, generations before now, do they have right to all of this? No. The Allah said everything comes in layers, in terms, different faces, so that as much as the life continues, Allah will keep inspiring new innovations to people. Our children, or maybe our fathers are here. Maybe by the time we get to your age, we're gonna have aircraft, flying on the road now. Maybe they're gonna have something different. There's not gonna be no traffic or no train or all of those inventions will keep coming, and that's why even our forefathers, if they tell them that there's gonna be something called airplane to fly, some of them will tell you no because no one could imagine. But Allah said, we created mimically He. We created sort of those that you can, it will be amazed to you, but the amazement is supposed for you to take you back to us to know that we are the one in charge. We inspired, someone, we inspired the Chinese, or we inspired whatever someone to think of something and say, I think I can make, this tool, I can make this tool, I can bring by something which is called invention or innovation. That's a we inspire them so that you people can see different things and we made it easy for you. You drive cars, you ride bicycle, you ride on donkeys, and all of those so that you can ride for free. And look at the next verse. Allah said, Wa inna sha la ilaha illallah. This verse is very scary, brothers and sisters. It's very, very scary that even only we take our time, we will see that Allah, Wallahi Azim, Arhamur Rahimi, is so merciful on us. We are people of evil acts. People do bad things in this world. Then Allah does not take them for it, giving them the last chance, hoping they're going to return back to say, Allah, we are sorry. Only thing Allah asks for Abd, that if you know you haven't done what I asked you to do, one thing, only thing Allah asks, to return back. Allah said, Wa inna sha nugrikuhum. Allahu Akbar. Allah said, if we will, everything you ride on, your cars, we're going to make you have accident. Everything you sail on the ship, you ride you ride canoes, all of these, you go to the beach. Allah said, if we wish, no critical home, we would drown all of them. And you can ask yourself from the story of Prophet Noah, Allah did not drown them. As strong, as mighty, how many numbers of people, how many number of animals, birds, trees, luggages. Ask yourself. Allah said, we do not drown them. We proceeded with them. We sail with them. Allahu Akbar. And ask the sailor today who think is the one of 5 star trying to sail on the ocean, ask him if it's by his might. Allah said, if we wish, and think about it today. We read the news, we break the news. How many sheep has drowned? How many earthquakes? La ilaha illallah. Allah said, "Wa inna sha'nugrikuhum." Look at the recent earthquake, brothers and sisters. See how destructive this is. Who is in charge here? Who is in charge? And listen to this next word. Allah said, "Fala sariha lahum wa lahum yuqabilun." Allahu Akbar. Allah said, there is no much, clamor or yelling, calling for help that will survive them on that day. Allahu Akbar. Ask the people that have passed away during this earthquake. Ask them how much a father was yelling for his children to survive. No one could help them. Allah said, in the Shah. That is us in action at that moment. We don't want to listen. Should we now say these people have done something bad that we do not do? Should we say they do not worship? Should we say we worship more than them? No. That is Allah using his hikmah and might the way he chooses to do it. But Allah said we do not have common sense to see as a sign that He is someone giving us a message. Everything is a message from Allah. But we think we are living in our 4 corners, enjoying life, going. Look at Palestine, for example. We make sujud. Those people make sujud too. They go sujud to Allah, to Allah. But they are still tormenting them while they are worshiping Allah. Allahu Akbar. This is Allah telling us that if some of you enjoy it today, and Allah said some days are for you and some will be against you. Don't be caught up. Don't think, I have what I need today. I drive a nice car. Don't be caught up when Allah make you homeless tomorrow. It can happen to anybody. The homeless people today, they are not different creation. They don't choose to be homeless. Allah could turn us around. I remember the story of Sheikh Abdul-Gafar that was said, in previous days before this time. Allah could change everything however He wants. Who will tell Him no? Who is going to change? Once Allah arrives, then He arrives. Then He is telling us here today that don't just think you ride your cars, you fly in the plane. I am the one who holds the sky. I hold the wind to blow whichever direction I choose. I own the ocean and the river to sail wherever ship I want to sail successfully. The tree that blow around you, the cars that you drive, everything you enjoy as luxury. Don't get caught up and think, I have the money to buy it. I have the sustenance. Nothing like that. Allah said, we made it easy for you. We made it easy. Why? Because we want you to think about it and come back to glorify us. And if you think you are the one who is arrogant, if you think you are the one who just want to enjoy Allah's sustenance, and you think, I'm just a kind of different human being, I'm just, better than the next person. Allah said, Wa inna shaha nugrikuhum fala sariha lahum walahum yunkazun. Nothing will come to help them on that day. No one would save them. Because why? We made it easy anyway. No, no, pilot or doctor or if someone will say, I think I have a 5 star, I have this license. What license? Allahu Akbar. Nothing like that, Allah said, would save you once I arrive. Illa rahmatan minna wa mata'an ilahi. Allahu Akbar. Brothers and sisters, Allah has He has everything to speak against us. He has autonomy over us. We are guilty of His mercy. Allah said, Illa rahmatan minna. If not only all of this, we made it our mercy because we are only merciful on you. We only make you drive safely. We go to work morning, come back safely. We think, we are a good driver. I'm able to dog around. I'm able to do like this. No, Allah said we are only by our mercy. I have a personal story. While I was young, I was riding bicycle. I went under a trailer. Allah did not take my life. And the only thing I saw was to meet myself on the other side. It's still amazing to tomorrow when I tell people the story. But I say it sometimes because Allah said, "Fasabbi bihamdi rabbik." Say it to glorify the name of your Lord and thank Him. Allah, if Allah wish, maybe several accidents. Allah did not take my life. But people who don't even drive that bad, they don't drive that worse, just to go from one street to the next, they pass away during a car accident. This is for us to know that illa rahmatan minna wa mata'an ilahi. Allah said it's only a mercy from us. And this mercy is timely bounded. Wa mata'an ilahi. The next generation will come back with a new invention. The mercy you enjoy, it's just a time, it's limited. I could take it away from you tomorrow. Allahu Akbar. So we're gonna stop there today. It's very interesting. But we pray that Allah, make us among those that will see all of this we enjoy, not just enjoy them in vain, but to ponder upon it and go back to Him and appreciate Him, because we can't thank Him enough. Wallahi alazim, we are in the part of the world that things are even more lenient. People are suffering around the world, brothers and sisters. People don't know what is going to happen the next morning. If they want to sleep tonight, they might wish for death. The next morning, they cannot predict that maybe I will live again with my son. They cannot predict that maybe my father will still be my father tomorrow. People are living under distress, and we only want to know that whatever situation we find ourselves, if you don't have all you need, know that you have what you need. I mean, you don't have all you want, know that you have all you need. And once a Muslim have what you need, you can pray, you can eat. You don't have to be 5-star. Thank Allah and go back to say, oh Allah, I thank you for your sustenance, and I thank you for descending your mercy upon me, because Allah said, Illa rahmatan minna. If or not only we count you among those that will enjoy our mercy and enjoy it in a timely manner, then maybe you would have been drowned, or you wouldn't have been enjoying all that you enjoy today. But Allah, because among those that would not overlap His mercy on us and be among those servants that will be grateful to Him, so that He can bless us with more bismillah. Now we're going to stop here today and continue tomorrow, inshallah. Pending any question. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. This one word, after this last part of the ayah you mentioned here, it says, Illa rahmatan minna wa mata'a. Mata'a.
No.
They translate it as entertainment, but what does that have more meaning? Because I see this word used.
So matan there is
which ayah are you on?
So
it's
it's
no? 30
44. So mata there is, is like a time. It's
34.
It's like a period of time. That's why mata and ilahin means that is limited. So the time is like a time. So this time there is complementing everything that has come before that verse, explaining that the provisions, sailing on the land, enjoying creations that you ride on, is saying that all of those are bounded by time. That's why Allah said, Mata'an ilahin, a time that is only known to Allah, a time that is limited. So the mata is just like when they say mata sa'a, when when the mata is used, it's talking about a period of time, inshallah. Yeah, but I think the tafsir is saying enjoyment for a while. It's kind of still the same thing. Yeah. Just like everything that Allah said He has created for us is to benefit from it within limited time, inshallah. You're enjoying the grains, the food produce, everything you drive. Everything is an enjoyment, but Allah is telling us that. And you enjoy it, but Ilah is, it's timely bounded. The enjoyment doesn't last. And the lesson we even want to pick there is all of this sustenance and enjoyment, luxuries, is not forever, it's temporary. So we don't get away by it to think that should, deprive us of our worship. That is the message there. I hope that answers your question, sir. I hope that answers your question, sir.
No, it answered the question, brother.
Okay. If pending any other question, maybe we pick it up from here tomorrow, sir.
Inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, we are hoping to move faster so we can at least by the end of Ramadan finish up. Because there are still very, very interesting, subtopics ahead of us. So that, we pray that Allah make this, make us better Muslims. So because, this chapter alone, Surah to Yasin, is just enough for a Muslim. Allah make it easy for us.
Amen.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.